Hey guys, it's day 15 of my 100-day challenge to get to 10K MRR, and I am completely changing course from what I've been doing over the last 2 weeks. And that's because the more I thought about Devtrail, the more I realized that it didn't quite make sense as a standalone product. It was a little bit too technical for non-technical users because it required you to understand the code to some degree and integrate with MCP, and it was too weird and product managery for the people who are comfortable with coding. I was essentially asking people to take on this whole new workflow to building their apps by creating these features or issues or documentation in a new UI. So in a way, I was kind of competing with Cursor and Claude Code and those other tools. And I was just signing up for a lot of technical complexity and trying to keep docs and code in sync. And finally, every time I tried to describe it, it was just a real uphill battle. It was hard for me to get people to understand exactly what problem I was solving and who I was solving it for. So I decided to ditch the idea, but I wasn't really sure where to go next. So yesterday, it was really kind of a low point for me as I'm in the middle of this challenge and I have no direction at all. So what do? I decided to take a little pause and really think through my options. And I think I've come up with a much better idea that is super clear. I put together the landing page copy in half a day instead of like 3 or 4 days. Why? Because it was really obvious what problem I was going to solve and who I was solving it for. Everything just clicked. The new idea is Vibescan. It helps you ship your vibe-coded app with confidence. You just upload your code, it finds all the problems with it, and in one click, it fixes most of those problems. It's solving a real problem that people are increasingly facing when they build their app, but they don't know enough about code to ask the proper questions from their AI agents to figure out if there are any security issues or if they're going to incur thousands of dollars in hosting costs, or if they're missing certain documents that are necessary to have on their site before they launch. So Vibescan is going to take a look at all your code, again, find all the problems and automatically fix as many of them as possible. I think this idea is a winner for multiple reasons. First of all, people are viscerally experiencing this problem. They're building apps. They're not sure if those apps are production ready or have major security issues, but they want to ship them. And so they want that feedback. They want to see some sort of quality check to make sure that their code is production ready. And I actually have a really good background for this because when I was at my full-time job, I actually led an effort across our company to do this sort of code scanning across all of our repositories. So now that I've been teaching people how to code with AI for the last 2 years, those two ideas really come together. So I have a really good foundation for solving this sort of problem. I have a very clear idea of how it's going to be implemented. Also, there are other apps that are starting to pop up that are trying to solve for the same thing, and I see them making it to the top of Product Hunt and getting a lot of attention on Reddit. So this is a validated idea. So that just means I don't have to spend as much time educating the market and trying to get them to understand a whole new workflow of building apps. I can just tap into that same need that people clearly have and build a better product that my audience is going to immediately understand and gain value from. And finally, when I explain the idea to my wife, she actually understands what I'm saying, and that's a really good reality check for me. So yeah, everything just kind of clicked together with this one. I was able to put the landing page copy together in half a day. So tomorrow, I'm going to be making that landing page video, but it will be for Vibescan, not for Devtrail. So I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.